Over past 2 years, I've dedicated myself to mastering the art of LEGO mock building. In that time, I've tested countless techniques, but 3 of them stand out compared to the rest. I call them the Holy Trinity of LEGO building techniques, and today I will show you exactly what they are and how using them will make your LEGO models look a lot more professional. First, I like to split all of the LEGO building techniques into 2 categories, the basic and advanced ones. In the basic category, we can put any technique that is widely used in LEGO sets and generally fits well into standard LEGO style. Here we can include plate and brick stacking, LEGO technique without any mechanisms, and some basic SNOT like mounting bricks on the walls or something. Then we have the advanced category, which is the one that makes your LEGO models look like they weren't made by LEGO, and it includes a lot of intricate details, better shaping and less stats. Here we can include advanced SNOT, so complicated assemblies made with it, hinges used to create custom angles, and stacking wedges and slopes together to create unique combinations. Also using half stud, half plate and quarter plate offsets, or using some flex tubes or bionicle pieces. And in this video we'll focus on the 3 core advanced techniques, using which you can create any result you imagine. The first core advanced technique, that is the base for all of the next ones, is the advanced SNOT uses. As I mentioned earlier, it includes any of the more intricate part stacking than simply attaching a plate on the wall or something like that you can see in the LEGO sets. A good example of such assembly that strikes a good balance in being complex is the front of my old armored transport MOC from the Mandalorian series. It uses a lot of brackets in the front to attach the slopes while also being able to connect to the main body. Later we have some headlight and normal modified bricks to create some of the outside details and create a simple half plate offset. Some of those modified bricks also allow for the curved section at the back to be mounted. As I am looking at this assembly now, it might be a bit over-engineered, but it works and that's the most important thing. A bit more complex use of SNOT can be seen in my Ghost MOC from Star Wars Rebels, where the area around the turret uses a lot of this technique. It is made out of 3 key elements: the back side panels that are built sideways and are connected via a modified brick, then the back of the turret is created using a combination of modified bricks, brackets and plates that make a unique 5.4 stud wide assembly. And on the front of the whole submodel we can see even more brackets used to create the rounded shape using wedges and slopes that are offsetted using SNOT. The next essential technique in this top 3 is the use of all types of hinges like bars, clips and ball joints. The main reason to introduce this technique on top of the SNOT is that it allows you to break away from the 90-degree style of it and create any custom angle you want. The first time I used this technique was in my big Phantom 2 MOC, also from Star Wars Rebels. It uses a lot of ball joints and clips to sculpt the tilted underside that has multiple key angles going on, and those hinges are the perfect technique to achieve this while being super smooth and clean. I also used a lot of this technique in my Ghost model, where there's a lot of tilted panels and it works perfectly there too. The final technique that completes the other ones is using slopes and wedges in combination and mixing them with previous hinges and SNOT. This fits in perfectly, as not always you need to create custom angles, as they often come out ugly and with a lot of unmaskable holes. And if the difference between your custom angle and the fixed LEGO one is just couple degrees and you go with the LEGO one, the model will end up looking cleaner and the difference will be unnoticeable. But sometimes the LEGO slopes and wedges by themselves have the wrong length, and then you can use hinges and plates to create a layer that goes on top of them, and then it looks cleaner and is more stable. And you use the slopes themselves to fill in the gaps under if needed. In the description of this video there will be a website I found that lists most of the angles of the LEGO parts, and I always use this chart for reference, and now you can also go there and learn all of those standard angles and use them in your builds. The best examples of this technique can be found all over my Ghost MOC, because as you can see it is made fully from tilted surfaces. For example, I use the 17-degree 1x4 slope to fill in the gaps in the panels, creating the side corridors, and it creates a clean result without any gaps that would be impossible to create with just filling the holes with plates. Another identical example is on the back, where the sand green panels sit on a 45-degree angle on the top of grey wedges and are mounted using hinge bricks. Finally, a bit different example of slopes in action is in the front of the Ghost, where the sand blue sections and the yellow stripe are a combination of the sand blue 27-degree 1x3 slope and two 2x2 27-degree wedges in white and the 31-degree 1x1 cheese slopes in yellow. A similar interplay of angles that also can be called advanced as it isn't as obvious is on the bottom where the huge white panels are tilted at 27-degree angle with a cutout for the grey slope, and the whole thing is mounted with small ball joints. In conclusion, those three techniques, the SNOT, the hinges and the wedges, are the three most important techniques and are used in practically every MOC I build or see on the internet. And if you want to take your designing skills to the next level, that is what you have to learn. If you liked this video, you can subscribe to my channel for more content like this one, and if you want to learn what is the best method to reliably build huge LEGO MOCs, you can click on the video on the screen right now.